was the day of the IT stocks wherein Infosys as well as HCL Tech did hit record highs in today's trade, and in fact quite a few of the IT stocks in fact hit 52-week high. Firstly, it was the news on HCL Tech which stated that they have gone ahead and upped the revenue as well as the EBIT margin guidance for second quarter, and that led to the stock in fact hitting record highs in trade. Some of the rub-off effect was also seen on Infosys, and we also saw the rub-off effect coming in on the most of the IT packed. In fact, if you look at HCL Tech, they have stated that their execution has been far better in the quarter to date as well as month to date, and they now see revenue as well as EBIT margin to be fairly better than what they had guided in July 2020. They are now expecting the revenue to exceed 3.5% quarter on quarter in constant currency terms. This is far higher than their expectation in the month of July. In July, they had mentioned the revenue to average around 1.5 to 2.5% quarter on quarter in constant currency terms for the next 3 quarters. They also mentioned that they're seeing strong revenue momentum across geographies, across vertical lines, across various service lines as well. On the EBIT margin front, they now expect the EBIT margin to be between 20.5 and 21%. This is again versus their EBIT margin guidance of 19.5 to 20.5% for FY21, which they had shared in July 2020. They're also seeing strong deal momentum across life sciences and healthcare, telecom and media, and the financial services vertical. And they also mentioned that the deal pipeline is fairly strong across service lines, across verticals and geographies. To note that HCL Tech had reported a decline of 1.7% quarter on quarter in the financial services vertical. Their telecom and media vertical did see a decline of 15.5% in the last quarter, and the life science vertical did see a marginal growth of around 1.9% in constant currency terms. So yes, across these 3 lines, they are seeing good deal momentum, and that led to the stock hitting record high. In fact, we also spoke to quite a few analysts, and they do mention that with HCL Tech stating that the Q2 would be better, there is a higher likelihood that we may see the full year in fact ending in positive growth. This is what Mr. Urmil Shah, analyst at IDBI Capital, had to say. He also mentioned that the overall momentum for HCL Tech is fairly strong, and they do have positive view on that, and they probably may even go ahead and hike the EPS estimates. For Infosys, we had a news bit as well. It was that they have announced acquisition of Guide Vision, which is a leading ServiceNow elite partner in Europe, for an acquisition cost of nearly around 30 million euros in an all-cash deal. ServiceNow is the fastest growing enterprise software company, and this in fact is likely to augment Infosys Cobalt portfolio of cloud services. The acquisition will help strengthen the nearshore delivery presence in Europe, and it is likely to be completed in quarter 3 of FY21. To know that analysts do state that this is not going to have too much of an impact in terms of the financials, but definitely the entire acquisition will help enhance capabilities for Infosys rather than looking at it from a geography or a revenue point of view, and hence it will help build stronger portfolio for Infosys even from the current levels. As such, we did see some amount of rub-off effect of HCL Tech upping the guidance on Infosys as well, and coupled with this announcement of Guide Vision, Infosys also hit record high. Analysts also believe that there is a strong deal momentum across various IT stocks, and all the IT management have indicated good demand environment and deal pipeline. As such, we also did see Wipro, TCS, L&T Infotech, Mindtree, Coforge, as well as Infosys, as well as Mphasis rather, hitting a 52-week high, and TCS also did see substantial market cap addition in today's trade. So yes, a record high coming in for Infosys as well as HCL Tech.